And the 20%, 80% of those are RM tiers.
No way.
Why Inquisitor? No. Battle Mage.
Yo, is my audio? Oh shit! I didn't have audio on in the last video. Though when I think about it, I am maybe lucky because I had a lot of random. I don't know if it's dark, but it's certainly not very pleasant things to say. And but I think it was interesting. I kind of feel sad that it was lost. Because I had a lot of interesting shit to say. It's fucking lost. People came and left. And I felt... I'm kind of debating here. Because look, obviously, if you want, like, giga-juiced something content for PoE, you obviously can go somewhere else. But, I don't know. I feel like maybe some shit that I say did resonate with some people, and they enjoyed it, and they liked it, and truth be told, I'd much rather be offering that kind of content anyway. It's just, I don't know. It's too bad, because I think I had a lot of clever shit to say, but it got lost in the ether because my mic volume was turned off. And the reason why it was turned off is because someone came over in the morning and I did not want what they said to be recorded on a cam or on a mic. It's nothing incredibly like secretive. It's just other business that's not relevant to anything here, and privacy and stuff. But anyway, I forgot. As always, I'm too not concerned about the stream thing. I mean, there are a lot of things about OBS I wish people would tell me, like what's the best way of doing it. Number one, I made this mistake so many times. It doesn't really... I have to keep changing the capture window every time I switch games. That's really annoying. I don't want to do that. And like things like the mic being like not recorded because I muted it, I don't remember. Like there's no warning saying, yo, your mic's turned off. Is that right? There's nothing telling me this shit. So it'll be turned off. I'm pretty sure it's recording now. I don't want to like double check. I mean, I would double check if I thought, okay, every stream like people are really watching and they really want it to be like. But because sometimes people don't even watch at all, I feel like an idiot double-checking shit that nobody watches. But anyway, I should though, because I say it's about like me recording shit down for my own self, and now I feel kind of sad. I lost everything that I said in the previous vid. I said a lot of shit, and it was... This is stuff that you can only say when you're in the mood to say it, and if you try to say it other times, it won't come out as right, so... It's lost. It's gone. It's too bad. Whatever. I'm the one who really suffers though, because I wanted to record that. And you know what? If people came, listened to it and stayed, I'd be like really compelled to do more of that shit. But I'll never know. I mean, I do think that that's... I don't know. It's a mixed bag. It's hard to get a read on it. But anyway, I'm gonna turn back 1 mana left. My mind is not in that zone anymore.
You can do this. Just go. Percent of those are RM tiers.
Listen, if people who watch this, if you care anything about PoE, I think you should give PoE1 a try again. Maybe. I'm not telling you you have to play. That's the one way to get people to not play is you tell me that you have to play it. I'm just saying like, it takes a little while to grow on you. That's all, and it's still fun. This has much better combat, but PO1 has much better endgame. The endgame, truthfully, in POE2 is quite sad in comparison. And I can make the comparison because I played both, and I started both at the same time. I'm not biased towards one or the other. I like a good ARPG, And if you ask me which one's better, 1 or 2, I'm actually torn, really. I think 2 has way better combat and graphics. But the endgame sucks. The build making is limited. And it might eventually get to POE1 in many years, but I don't think so. I actually don't think so. I'm a bit pessimistic on that one. But we'll see. I could be wrong, of course. What do I know, right? Just pessimistic usually, just my nature. Like, what's the Murphy's Law saying? If things can go wrong, it will.
KB that's floating around. I don't know what it looks like, but I know
This take on Russian builds is really good.
in general, Russian builds, 20% of them are the most crack shit secret techniques,
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
and 80% are like massive bait.
Reflective of the country itself, okay? You hear that? 20% of the builds.
20%, 80% of those are RMPers.
Not surprising.
My Inquisitor, no. Battle mage.
Like, Russian people is like, I feel like don't fuck with them kind of a feeling. Truthfully. I mean, I respect them for some reason. Must be because of Putin. Or something. Just don't fuck with them.
We don't know where the top tier craft will be for strength.
Because I remember taking the occultist build that did shit tons of damage for Hex Blast. That was a Russian build. A Russian guy was using it, so. And it was really good. It was really good. It did everything that I thought it would do and more. And it was an occultist. And it was good.
Get a decent amount just on the tree. Just like, just when you're tapping out. There's some 30 strength nodes. There's some, items you're going to buy with strength on them. And then you can trap hybrid on them. So, that's usually how you get it. Really, the strength can be a little hard, but since you're usually going a rare shield, just stick to rare shield and like, strength. A heavy belt can be a little bit of an assistance there. You get a heavy belt that also has strength, you get like 80 right there. Talk tuner, strategy, or POE?
First of all, I want to point out one thing. Between max roll and mobilytics, I would always go with mobilytics. How do I put this? Max roll people are like, they're like the conservative people of POE world. As in, they're in it for the money. They got families to feed. They have a house. Maybe they have a mortgage to pay for. I don't know. They're the wealthy. Alright, and the mobilytics guys, they're like the left. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like max roll feels like the right wing, and mobilytics the left wing. And I always side with left wing, even though I was right wing at some point, and maybe still am. I'm just saying that you want actually good builds from people that actually play the game and actually like the game. I think go to mobilytics, for sure. And Crouching Tuna, I watched him, I gave him a fair shot, but like, no way. No way. I have a negative impression of this guy. So, even though he looks like a, you know.
My experience, as much as like, I think Snoop is like a good guy, whatever, he has always made an effort to deceive people through very deceptive configurations in his pack buildings. I mean, his argument has always been that like, oh, I don't do bosses, so why would I check shape your boss? No, it's not about what you do. It's about using POV as a tool for like relative comparison.
That's true.
Else, right?
Okay, his point here is very valid though. That's true. That's true.
I criticize him for the exact same thing. So don't pretend like this is like a slew bait.
What?
I think that's true.
Do you realize that POV to DPS doesn't matter? I have the most legitimate damage showcase of any person in my video. I do almost every video a max HP delve monster.
That's true.
Now, everyone knows that those have 2 billion HP. So you can just time how long it takes. You can go frame by frame, time the milliseconds, time the game ticks, and you can see how long it takes to kill the max HP delve monster. That's my DPS. That's not a POB thing. Every person can do this. Tuna can do this. Just go kill a max HP delve monster and slow the VOD down frame by frame, and that's your DPS. It's not a POB thing. That is a real in-game test. I show that off in basically every video I do. For that reason. It's literally the game. It's the real damage on a no HP monster.
That's
like,
true.
People that get all bent out of shape on like a POB, on like a config setting, when the damage is literally in the video on a demo, and you're benchmarking the demo for your DPS, not the POB. I mean, maybe Tuna doesn't know because he doesn't do like endgame content. So like, from his point of view, if he's doing like T16s and stuff, like,
It's good enough.
he might not know how much HP a Delve boss has. He might not know how much HP an Uber has.
No way. A
He
guy
might
like
not.
Tuna doesn't know that shit? That's not possible.
Like, the people that actually do
That's
endgame
sad if
content,
he doesn't know. There's no way he
doing
doesn't know. He's a
known
fucking...
entity,
He's a goddamn creator from Maxroll. How would he know that? That's crazy. How can standards be that low? Hell no.
It's literally just the real game. You go through a clip to the milliseconds, and that's your real DPS.
Yes, exactly right.
This isn't complicated.
It isn't complicated. That's true.
Like,
I just did that myself. I was testing between Molten Strike and Splitting Steel. And what it compares, just
what?
do the same Euro boss
But
and see if
usually
it how it
matches
compares.
the demo.
Simple, right?
If it doesn't, that's a red flag for me. So I usually have my POB numbers, I have my in-game tests, and then I sanity check to make sure they're the same.
Yeah,
Like,
probably a symptom of people, because they gotta maintain their fucking audience. And people are so hungry for the damage per screenshot metric or something like that. I don't know,
I
like...
don't know. I think it's like POB warriors that like do T16 maps, and like be like,
It's
oh,
cool. It
let's
pauses the
see
game
here,
when
you
like
have-
it's too laggy.
You have 91 shock. Well, that's not real. You don't. Your lightning mastery giving you like 12 trillion shock effect because you're mana stack. You're not gonna have 91 shock. We're gonna change that to 15. Let's see here. Oh, okay, good. Oh,
Is he doing
you
it?
better not have snuck in frenzy. And it's just like,
Stuck in frenzy.
motherfucker. You can check the damage in game.
This will be good, man,
That's
to
the
watch the
only reason
drama.
this makes sense is like he's watched some videos and doesn't understand the HP of the demos. Like it's just content he's never done, so he doesn't understand the HP. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, maybe. I might put back Comet. I think that's too much prod, just too much vomit, and maybe Comet's better. I don't know.
Fight him at Creator Clash. There's like 2 content creators that I could actually fight and not go to jail.
Trying to prove his machoism here, huh? Anyway.
I think Belton's really big, actually. Belton's like actually pretty big. And then like Datmox. If he Belton and Datmox. Yazzie? How big is Yazzie?
Yeah, size does matter.
Found the clip. Yazzie's tall. How big are you? I'm 6'3". I outweigh Maple by 75 pounds.
Ouch.
I outweigh Ty by 60 pounds. like 6'5", 280. Like, he's not in great shape anymore, but he's just
Weight really matters, huh? When you're fighting, doesn't it? I remember that too. Playing basketball once for the very first time against like some guy who was like, I don't know the pounds, but he was big. He was a military guy. He was big. And just by posting me up, he gave me like a bloody lip. Just by the occasional contact. The impact I felt from it was just retardant. Like, it was just absurd. Like, I felt like this feeling of, if he wanted to at any given moment, he could just knock me out cold on the ground. Just swing a big punch and boom, I'm out. So no, I don't want to be around that guy or spend more time around him. And it's crazy though, the difference though, the crazy. That is something that I have to acknowledge.
Football fields, that's right. What is it in the regulation soccer field? 100 meters. I don't actually know.
Anyway, but I'm never a big fan of size or whatever.
Not as fuck. Not as fuck.
Not as fuck.
Dude, I still
Wow, there's so much drama already. It's pretty entertaining.
Like, said
No joke.
was bad in 325. This happened on stream. Like, right before the December POE2 launch. If his VOD's still up, you can find him. I can pull up the characters if you want to check, but he was saying Zenith wasn't tanky. And
Probably
I'm
isn't.
like, you're delusional. And he said, link me
I
your
mean, without the
Zenith
right
POV.
setup, it isn't tanky.
I linked him my current character. I didn't fuck with anything. I literally just linked him my current logged out character. I sent him the POV. He went to POE Ninja and went to Trickster and sorted by energy shield. And he grabbed the top energy shield on POE Ninja, opened the POV, and then on my POV, he went and made a bunch of changes to the config to get the max hit down from 1.3 to like 800k. He then opened up the Trickster and put the whole config different. And then said, see, the Trickster's tankier. If you would have done to the Trickster POB, identical to what he did to the Jug POB, the Jug was 2 times tankier. And he picked the #1 Trickster on POE.
Crazy.
This is why I say, like, guys, don't take Rue serious. He's not a serious person, right? Like, if I thought Rue was a serious person, like, that would offend me. But, like, it's a bit. Like, he gets it. He's smart. Rue's a smart guy.
He is a smart guy, for sure. That's true. He's very intelligent, this guy.
He knows he's fucking with the comments. Right?
Yeah.
But, like, most of his viewers know this, too.
Yeah.
But, like, some of his viewers might not.
That's the
But,
dirty
like,
part, you
it's
know?
not serious.
See, that's what I don't like about some people, is that they are fucking with you, and they're like a bit implying though, if you can't tell, well, you deserve to be fucked with. But contrast that to someone who just doesn't fuck with people to begin with, just out of integrity. They just don't do it, even though they could, to get more views, to get more attention. To me, that screams someone I can trust. You see, because how much longer do we have to keep this bullshit detector on at all times? Honestly, it's so good to just let that go with someone you know won't. You don't have to trigger that. You don't have to turn it on with. You know what I mean? It's so exhausting, all the time. So precisely, like that's why I don't know. I was really like I thought Rutu's videos were very entertaining, and I tried some of his builds, and it's like everything about his things would scream to me like, oh, this guy's just doing it for a show, He's doing it for the show. At this point, I mean, like, he may have liked the game at one point, but now the true game he's playing is farming YouTube content, because that's what pays the bills, right? The POE is one thing he's good at, but same time he has to play the YouTube game, which is quite a sick game if you ask me. I don't know how anyone ever feels good about playing this game. But you have to if you want to make money, get ahead in life, and all that jazz. So he does that. But like then my question is, why is One Mana Left doesn't do that? He doesn't do that. I mean, he does hype his builds up in some way, but I never thought he ever misrepresented his builds. He obviously likes the builds he's made. I can understand that for sure. But has he ever made false claims? Like patently can be provable to be false. And I just can't find an example of that. Like, I don't like his builds, honestly. I don't like Molten Strike to Zenith. I don't like Mjolnir. I don't like the Indigon item. These are items I hate, you know, because they're just hard to play. But what I do appreciate is this guy's understanding of the game, the way he views it, the way he has shown multiple times he has a very deep and fundamental understanding. But he doesn't have to dress it up with all that YouTube algorithm. Holy shit, 61. That is a new record. It is a new record. Previously it was like 49 or something. Which is like refreshing. You know? Like, with Jungron, right? Always this 4D chess shit. Like, just, can we not have this? Like, what's wrong with just providing a build, like, just straight up, right? Like, people in this POE community are so too clever. They're just too smart and too clever sometimes. And it's okay, but it's like, can we just be whatever? It is what it is, isn't it? I know I've been misled at the very beginning by many shitty builds. And that's a hostility, if you ask me. As, are they laughing? Huh, you noob. Welcome to POE. And, well, I guess it all adds to the flavor, huh? But then you have to turn on your bullshit detector, and now you have to follow the right build makers, which is really annoying. And then, even when you do find the right build maker, they don't even make builds you like to make. But at least they're giving the inside scoop, so to speak, with no, like, ulterior motive. And that's why I like One Mana Left. What he says comes from a very scientific angle, I feel. You can't disprove what he's saying. There's opinion baked in it, but like, he's very practical, right? Like when he was thinking about Acolyte of Chayula, and he was evaluating the node that gives you the flames into the breach, where to pick up those flames to get a damage bonus. He was like, numerically this is strong, but do you want to play the game walking over here and walking over there and walking over here just because the flames are appearing randomly? And then he was like analyzing even deeper, saying, you know, maybe it becomes second nature after you do it long enough. But do you really want to do that for your entire career in the build? Like, you know? And good point. You know, like, I don't want to be a good build or a good ascendancy should have transparent power where you don't even notice it. It's just like, you play the game, but having flames, like, this gets you killed. This gets you killed. You're distracted by something. I mean, for that kind of distraction, it should give you like a lot more than just what it's giving you. So he called it. I mean, he called everything correctly. Before POE was released, when we had just the Ascendancy information, I don't know why people don't give him more credit for this. I don't see many comments. Like, I would expect to see a lot of love for this video saying, Connor, thank you for calling it all out. Like, you actually nailed the Ascendancy evaluation quite accurately. But no, no one talked about this. But to this day, I'm like, well, that's how I had a very good league start, and it was a lot more fun that way too. Knowing how to look at the Ascendancy and going, okay, is this good or bad? And the way he looked at it too made me realize things about, well, what is it about a build that makes it good? He knows very well, like, having played the game for so long. But this is information that other content creators would not, divulge so easily. And then you had people like, I know Exile Cat he's a funny streamer, and he's a variety content, kind of, not variety. I mean, you watch it for the humor a bit, right? It's kind of getting old at this point, but he played Acolyte of Chayula. and he had a miserable time. You know? I mean, like, it's one thing to theory craft and to play off meta, but to play off meta just for the sake of off meta, sometimes it's a bit weird. You know? I mean, I guess you're hoping you're discovering something people don't see. But, my take is you never do that on League Start. But, I mean, you can't go wrong in POE1, can you? Like, there can't be a whole, like, starting class that has 3 poor ascendancies. Well, maybe there are, I don't know. Because you can switch. Anyway. Anyone who's serious about builds, I recommend following 1 mana left as a starting point, and everyone else is just for a... Like, he's very bad for easy to play builds. That's for sure. Like, that's bad. He's targeting endgame at all times, and people don't want to go to the ultra endgame. Like, I never went to fight the Delve boss, and I'm not interested. It just takes too long. But, as like how to approach the game, how to think about the game, how to evaluate things, I think there's no one better. There's no one better in the POE2 world. Jungroan doesn't explain shit that well. He's just there to mystify you, saying, like, you know, look how cool this is. And, like, you know, and he's playing the 4D chess game all the time, which is unappealing to me. Why is it only 24 splinters? And there's only 64. That doesn't make any sense. And it's best not to stop dying, but I don't think I can do this without a new piece of armor, which I will consider purchasing, though. I'm gonna try no evasion and full ES this time and see how that goes. I mean, maybe it'll be okay. It's not my first choice, though. It's just... Yeah. Screw it, I hate ES. The no recovery part, just, I hate it. It's gonna be hybrid. 1 mana left. Connor Converse on YouTube. I mean, this guy. Wish I had a buddy like this growing up.
I'm not afraid to say it. I'll call you guys out all day.
I don't want a friend like Rutu, though.
I mean, it's
This guy is too nervous, too much
job,
nervous energy.
right?
Drives me
Like,
nuts. Like, drives me nuts. Some people
this
like it.
happens every league, right? Look at this.
Too many
Rutu
memes.
has 5.1k viewers right now, right? Once the league is live, Rutu will never have 5.1k viewers again.
Really?
Until 1 week before the next league. It's a cycle. This is part of the bit. Alright? This shit prints. It prints. I don't blame him. I respect the hustle.
I respect the hustle.
He will have like 1/3 that viewership the second the league starts.
Because people are too busy
But, like,
playing.
this is like literally his job. Is to just like
Farm drama?
make shit up for drama.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to be this guy that steals stuff, and
Don't get offended by the cat. He's just paying bills.
Don't get offended by the kid. He's just paying bills. That's a fucking weird way to take on it.
A day.
Cat.
You know, right now he's making 1 to 2k a day.
That's a lot of money. Holy shit.
500 a day is like his league start numbers. It's probably close to 2k right now.
No fucking way. No wonder why there's so much. That's a lot of money. That's at stake here.
Matt's a very consistent audience. Obviously, it's like higher on a league start because, well, there's more people, right?
Hell yeah.
But it's fairly consistent. Our mana stack attack builds like MFA and Rage Vortex dead. They're pretty dead without a mechanic that can convert spell damage into attack damage, like Battle Mage's Cry or Whisperer. Or like some of the Power Siphon of the Archmage gems and stuff. But that's still in the game, right? That's still in the game? Still 150%? Yeah. I mean, you could do like a synth wand with like Indigon and Power Stack of the Archmage. That's about the only like viable option right now. The new Heavy Strike though is like
Is that even good?
it fits that rule because it gets the spell damage scaling. It's pretty good. I think the Heavy Strike build will do good numerically if you do like the attack based, you know, Indigon setup. The only thing a little bit rough is it won't have a good hit rate for Leech, so instant Leech won't really carry. So you'll need to rely on just your flat 20% Leech, which will put your attack speed into a range it has to be in order to get the Indigon stacks right, depending on your links. With no Sanctuary of Thought, you probably have to Inspiration if you want to get high attack speed. The only thing that's just going to be weird with the build is you're going to have like fairly low attack speed because you're naturally going to imp stack, you're naturally mana stacking. There's not a lot of easy ways to get attack speed on that. If you're saying your build is bait to the house, no. It's bait if you say the build is cheap. That's what bait means.
There's some truth to it both ways,
show,
isn't
like,
it?
a multi-mirror POE and say it's 5-5.
That's just straight up lying. Man, what is with all the 4D chess in this fucking community? It's crazy. Are people doing this shit in real life is what I'm trying to think now. I don't want to deal with this shit. This is so exhausting. Holy.
The last full league start, it was 324. That I was, from the first video, committed to league start, swap, and Manifold Arrows. Let's see if my presentation is deceiving. Alright? This is the last PoE league where I'm going to start with a build that is fairly complicated and very expensive. Let's see if I'm deceiving you. Hello, this is One Man Web. I've done a couple of videos this weekend in the start of 314, the home group start. What I'm doing right now, this is once we get a monster company and everyone's gonna have a trash can characters. Everyone wants league starters. I've done my last couple of videos targeted at that mindset of having an early game league start character. This was my last MFA
Fuck, man. Why get randomly
flagship
popped?
league build. 324.
Flagship. It's crazy. People use the word flagship on their builds. That's insane. How does have ARPGs come this far? That's crazy. You hear words like flagship phone.
What I'm going to show you today
Damn.
is not.
How do people get paid that much to make builds? That's crazy. I want to do that.
Am I baiting? Is this bait? I'm looking you in the eye and just saying, don't do this. Like, how is this bait? That's the intro to the fucking video. And 110k people got baited, I guess. And then Steve hit Delve Cap with this video. First time in history. Yeah, I told you to look at my huge globes. Yeah, it's bait because Steve wanted 6k, yeah. I only gave him a 5.2k video. Bait for Steve, damn it.
Oh,
Like,
man.
the people that say this shit's bait, they ignored all warning signs that I gave them, and then they couldn't figure the build out, and then they were upset that they couldn't figure it out because they have no clue how Indigon works, and then they blame me. It's not about how I present the builds. It's... You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
His fucking analogies are so good,
I would
man.
assume so.
This guy's the fucking greatest analogies. I'm serious, man. How is this guy not? This guy's popular enough, I think, for what he's doing. He's got his dues.
Yeah, this still had the weapon swap. AT mod T17 when you're
Really horse
If you're playing
but you can't
Zenith
even
Jug,
drink.
you can absolutely do that. It's gonna be really cracked.
He's talented
With
too.
these huge
The
shreds of globes.
The presentations and stuff he does is pretty talented, if you ask me. I mean, he's quite gifted at this, no doubt. Very sharp mind, very, very sharp mind for sure. This guy's a very sharp mind.
I don't understand how people can, like, look at these videos and think, like, this is bait. Like, am I showing you the damage by showing you my POV number? No, I am doing a known HP demonstration. Everyone knows Delve bosses have exactly 2.147 billion HP. They don't have the Uber boss damage reduction to start. You can just time your DPS by doing that. And I unpaused the video for half a second, and the boss lost half his HP. Now he's phased. Is this bait? Is this not a billion or 2 DPS? And I didn't even get enough time to ramp? Is he phased? What's the POB even say the damage is?
Kind of real. He likes ramping.
It fucking is! It is!
He likes ramping
That's-
builds. That's for sure.
That, if you, you can literally go frame by frame and watch the HP. Like, you can time this shit. Like, let's go quarter speed. Quarter speed, ready? So how many seconds at quarter speed is 35%? And, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I fucked that up. He was phased for like the last full half second of that. Yeah, he's just phased here at half the whole time. Never mind. Okay, I fucked up the count. Let's go with that. All right. 1, 2. Okay, that's phased. So 2 seconds at quarter speed is half second. So 35%, right? So 2.147 billion times 0.35, half second, right? 1.5 billion DPS.
How's that only 38? I should be more splinters than that. I got 61. What the fuck is determining the count?
POV numbers,
Oh, I'm not touching the fucking Breed
can
Clap's
watch the
hands. That's what it is, I
fucking
think.
game.
That's probably what it is.
And that's like a fraction of ramp, because I have too much damage on this character to actually ramp over 10 billion. I just need to get to depth 20. As you can kind of see right here, I'm kind of covering the entire screen. That's cool. And when this boss comes back out, you're going to see him die. I'm going to try to mouse over his HP. And go. Okay, I was like a half second to 50. It's terrible bird. Okay. I could, on this character, probably ramp to like 6 or 8. But that needs like 3 seconds of ramp and nothing has as much HP. So that's like half second for 1.1 build. Like, I say at the start of the video, like, this is not a league starter. If you're a dumb motherfucker, don't play this. And then I show you the actual DPS on an in-game demo. And then people look at this and be like, nah, bait, fake POB numbers.
What a funny guy. You dumb motherfucker.
How
Don't
much
play.
30k Delve bosses have? It stops going up. It's HP cap. All Delve bosses after 1,000 have the same HP. You can't have more than 2 billion. It's 2.147.
This guy also has like good knowledge of computer science. I was impressed. Like this guy knows like integer caps. Like this stuff I learned in
Thing is,
school.
though, like,
How the fuck does he know this?
it doesn't
He's a
affect
mechanical
me
engineer and he knows this shit. Like I was really
if
impressed.
people like say
Honestly,
that or think
like,
that.
why does he know this?
Because like if somebody like watches this,
Like he's getting to how the game's coded in 32-bit. I didn't even
and
know that.
then,
POE2
like,
is
watches
POE1 is
some,
32-bit.
like,
I didn't know that. That's why 2 billion
and it's
is
just
a
like,
signed
not
integer cap.
great,
It's crazy, man.
and then they believe that.
This guy is
that
a fucking
person was
like.
never going to be able to play one of my builds anyways.
What a
So
challenge
I
that is,
didn't
eh?
actually, like, lose a long-term viewer. I didn't lose a person that was going to play my builds. I lost nothing at all.
What a way to.
Failed the entry test.
I failed the entry test. I love it the way. Man, he's goat. He's like. He's literally right now like, almost challenging me, to like I want to play one of his builds to see if I can do it. Holy fuck! Just by him saying that, I want to see what it's like to have a proper jug in POE1, and I think I'll do that. I want to see how good Molten Strike of the Zenith actually is. Because I have this, I think I have the divines for that now.
It's still not like a great leveler because it still kind of scales hard on a lot of the projectile cheese for the later game. And early game you don't have a lot of that projectile cheese. So you're probably just better off doing a different skill than doing Molten Strike. Price for items, yeah. I'm getting better about that because, like, you gotta remember, the first couple times I posted these videos,
That's way too many balls,
it was
eh?
like amongst my first
Game paused.
you know,
Oh shit.
my first
Too many
builds I
fucking
posted,
balls
and
on the
they didn't quite get,
screen.
like, Zenith numbers. And so each league I would post a new build and I'd pick up a few more viewers. And then each league it'd be a little surprising to me.
Oh
Market
fuck
effect
no.
I have compared to previously.
I'll never level up like
And,
this.
I mean, it happened again in Settlers. Like, I had an idea
Whoa.
in my head how many people play it. And then there was more. So, I'm still getting better at that on, like, trying to, like, make accurate price predictions. I try to make price predictions on the true number of people that are playing the build. And if more people in that play, then the price is up. There's not really much I can do about that, other than just try to have, like, a better vision going in on what the prices will be. I have gotten better though. Like, there's tools you can do. Like, I think the free Shamana Forge, I think I did right. Because I knew that Adorned would be an option. And I knew that there would just not be enough synth jewels. There'd be not enough, like, fracture jewels, not enough good Adorns for everyone to do that. So I posted the first POV in the first video with Adorned. And then the updated POV in the second video, I posted the cross through the middle pathing that didn't use Adorn. And they were very comparable number-wise. But it ended up being pretty much what I planned. About a third of the people went Adorned, just based on people that linked me their POVs to review. And about 2/3 went non-Adorned. And the prices were, like, about right. If I had told everyone to do Adorned, they'd have been fucked. If I had told no one to do Adorned, well, that would have been way cheaper for anyone who did. So I'm getting a little bit better with stuff like that, of just trying to, like, tell people to go for
I think the reason why is these builds are too high end. In the end, that's what it is. It requires too many high-end, expensive items to function. It's not good. I don't like builds like that, unfortunately. You just can't get started.
What's Connor doing at the start? What's Connor doing at the start? I don't know. What's Connor doing?
4 minutes ago.
Why is
That
Rick...
was clipped or
Connor
streamed?
becomes a little bit better. Like, I don't even dislike him, right? I just hope he becomes a little bit more, like, realistic. Mjolnir? Man, oh, I remember now. I was in Junk stream earlier. Is that what Junk was looking at? I wasn't listening to him. I just turned Junk down when I looked at his stream. It's like Mjolnir or...
You know what's funny? Like,
I played it like 5 times. Like, at least Rue is being serious for a second and knows I do that like every other league start.
like when I know like Karn and One Mana Left are really good friends. I mean,
yeah. We're back, baby.
and
It's
so
been
is
10 years.
Captain Lance. I think Captain Lance is a very, very, very good and decent content creator. He knows the game very well. He was explaining Spark Archmage for POE2,
Alright.
and everything he was saying was very good.
I got screwed there.
And they're all like kind of buddies with each other, huh?
Alright.
And like
It's so good.
for some reason, Jung Ron and Ruto are very good friends
It's so good.
in some weird camp they have there. But whatever. I mean,
I don't know. If I ever like, if someone genuinely felt like I deceived them ever, I would feel bad.
see,
But like,
that's
to
a
me,
great quality.
It's just people failing the entry exam. Like,
Possibly,
I'm giving you the information.
possibly.
I'm being as honest as possible.
That's the most important
Today's
characteristic.
video I have planned. The cheapest POV I'm going to link will be 65 to buy. And at the start of that video, I'm going to tell you repeatedly, this is not a league starter. Do not league start this. If you're scared, don't even play it. And like, if people feel baited by that, I don't know what to say.
Don't complain at him after it doesn't work, right?
You looked particularly 138.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Hey, not a league starter. This is the last time I flagshipped MFA on a league start. 324.
That's hilarious shit, man. People complaining to
If
him.
you're looking for what you can play on private as a league starter, or if this is maybe your first league with Path of Exile, run away.
That's baiting though.
How am I baiting? Like, I don't fucking get it. What more do you want me to do? Okay, to be fair, when Shaper says that to me, I still fight him.
Yeah, I know. This guy's
I
hilarious.
As the exile, you're like, challenge accepted, old man.
That is a challenge, isn't it?
I'm gonna
It's
show you,
taunting
like, I'm
him.
not baiting, I just got rage baited. I know. I even explained before I did this that I'm aware that, like, Rutu's rage baited. Most people get that. Maybe not everyone, but, like, most people get that. Now is negative. So, this is Mana Forge Arrow. Masturbator, counter.
Masturbator. That sounds like masturbator. Oh, that's hilarious shit, man. That's hilarious shit. There's no other video game out there where you get this kind of like cult drama
See?
around
He's
builds.
correct.
Hilarious
512 likes.
shit.
I'm gonna league start this and then complain when it doesn't work. 98% of people understand the joke, but like 2% of people will do this.
This is fantastic content. Oh my god, what a show he puts on, man. It's too bad.
Did he play? No, I haven't seen him.
It's too bad he's not into
He had
POE2.
too much success and he couldn't come back. He was ashamed. Same character for the worst actor? Yeah, I'll start. I'll level Armageddon brand most likely, but you can do whatever skill you like. I'll take that all the way into like yellow maps, maybe early red maps.
Oh
I'll switch
man.
to the Mjolnir setup I showed yesterday, and then I'll play that for like a week, and then I'll switch to the Aura Stacker probably on the second weekend. That's 99% my plan. Oh, okay, maybe 80% my plan. They could potentially drop something last minute that changes my mind. Like, you know, if they just give us this, like, if this gem just said, like, deals flat lightning damage equal to 20% of your maximum mana, well then, fuck, I guess we're making a U-turn, you know, like, we don't know. They could do something.
Yeah.
Barring that, though, that is most likely what I'm going to do. What do you guys know?
What the fuck? Why so hard to
Zenith
kill?
for 5 out of the last 11 months.
Doesn't want to play
Did,
anymore.
Like 3 months, 325,
Tired of it, right?
maybe 4. So I basically played up until the POE2.
Why should I upgrade my blasphemy,
And I
huh?
did a month of
Hold on a
Zenith,
second. What the fuck am I doing here?
like just last month.
What the fuck? I should upgrade my blasphemy support.
Yeah, it's just you
How's
don't
the
even
curse
get that
only
much,
minus
but when you
16?
get,
That's pretty low.
500 hit, you do nothing. Like if this said 1% chance to deal triple damage per 20 ints, this would be way better.
I think I know enough about this
How do you
game
have Cyclone on left click? Oh,
to-
dude, we got people asking about the tech. Oh God, I love to answer this question. Okay,
because he likes
this
attack.
is how I play every build in every game. This does not mean this is the correct way to do it.
Huh? The fuck's happening? He just left? Oh. Is he getting something? The suspense is killing me. What does he mean this is the right? Pause champ, BRB drink, okay. I remember I was actually introduced, like DS Lily was good. Like she did what she did best, which is evaluate other people's like builds. As there's a void there. Like how do you make sense of all the builds that are out there? And I remember like it was great. She had footage of like how each build plays and what it feels like from a like someone who plays builds perspective.
All right,
And
so
anyway,
I dropped it. We're good. I do. Okay. This is like from just years of like gaming a certain way.
Mhm.
But the reason I like to play it this way is because I am used to like moving to my cursor, right? I want to click here and move here. I want to click here and move here. This is not a WASD playstyle. This is a click to move playstyle, right? So if you're used to playing click to move, this is comfy, right? The reason I do Cyclone on left click is the same reason. Because once you start channeling, I want to just hold my left click. So I'm gonna move my camera here to my mouse hand, right? Car and POV time. Ready? Car and POV. Is this good? Okay. So the reason I do it
Can't
this
do
way
it?
is
Oh,
I have
shit,
control click on Cyclone, and I check off always attack without
fuck
moving.
really?
Okay? The reason I do this is because what that now means is I can use my cursor freely, right? If I don't check this, then it tries to Cyclone every time, right? I can't talk to Nico. I want to talk to Nico, but I can't. So I control click, and I do always attack without moving off, which gives me full control over my left mouse.
Only 1% curse. Okay.
But on the keys in game, look at input. I have spacebar on attack in place. So when I'm playing like Yalner with Cyclone, Caster, Jam, and Lightning Warp, I always do it this way. I tap spacebar once. All I have to do is tap it. Just hit it one time. And now I can Cyclone for the entire map. So I can click freely. I tap spacebar. Now
Yeesh.
we're cycloning, and I don't have to hold spacebar. I don't have to do anything. I can just keep my cursor, and I always moved my cursor. It's still basically click to move. Lightning Warp targets the cursor. If I don't have Lightning Warp and I use Shock Nova, Cyclone will move toward the cursor, and now I'm just pointing to move, and it's really easy to control. This is why I set it up. What if you stop to loot? I pick up all the items, and then I tap spacebar again. Make sense? Dude, how many people are gonna be confused about the free Palster? That, oh my, okay. If I think about the funniest POE thing I've seen this whole year, it's a two-way tie, and I don't know what the winner is. Let me find you the other one. Let me see if I can find the other.
Fuck. Just die, please.
So,
Okay, the two funniest things I've seen this entire year, by far, they're on a pedestal above everything else, was the random free Palsteron and this. I don't know what the winner is, but dude, this shit has me like coughing.
Kiwi, you're not necessarily like the warrior, right?
Oh, is it the bleeds? He goes with. Oh, that one. Yeah. The zoom in.
Oh, and then we got a Twitch phone out of it. Fun detected.
Oh shit, that
It's like, it's comically good. Like, it's oh, fuck.
Just clasped hands.
Oh, too hot. I screwed up my, I did the car POV and I screwed up my little like camera
Look at
mount
these
thing, so it doesn't
game
go
go.
to the exact spot I want it
The
now.
fuck is happening? Oh shit.
I'm gonna start Delvin. I don't know about controller.
Not
I'm
bad,
gonna say
41.
no, but I've never played with controller. He stuck the Biden meme in his last video, but it got deleted, I think.
This is risky. I shouldn't have done that. That's stupid. I want to level up.
You're out a
Shouldn't have done that. Oh fuck, I'm stupid.
There's a Rage Bait AI YouTube video creator that's popped up like a few days ago and called himself Uber Dan and just like impersonated Uber Dan. I actually think the channel would do fine if they didn't do that and just had like a funny name like about rage baiting and just did the exact same thing they've been doing where it's like they're honest that it's a meme and like didn't go for the Dan impersonation. I think if they did that, they'd be fine.
That's true.
But they put out a couple videos going to League Start. It's just like an AI voice, and it's just them making like the highest quality rage bait I've ever seen. It's just like ripping off people's builds and calling them their own, and then having like fake POBs where they're using like a bright beak and have like 2 billion DPS. And if you watch it at first, you're gonna be mad maybe. If you keep watching it for a few more seconds, you realize it's just like comedy gold. Like, the second you stop looking at it as serious, it's actually like insanely funny. These videos got like 60K views, every one of them.
And some people think it's real though.
And they're good meme material, but like, he'll just randomly in some of his videos, dude, how many, do I have it open still? That like, he'll just randomly put like,
I know a lot of you insane
random
guys
shit,
love
just
Flicker
like the whole, like for no reason, a Kamala Harris 2028 shirt just shows up on screen. There's another one where you have like men's underwear, and at the end of one of the videos, it had a guy holding up like a Palestine flag at like a protest, and he just ends the video with, and remember, as always, hashtag free Palsteron. I was not ready to hear those words.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's a bit
New
sinister.
drama starter? Oh shit, 'tis the season.
I'm gonna have to kind of like lean on
Alright, we already saw this. I saw this earlier.
green with Bob Gun on this one though, because
Holy fuck, drama.
Yeah, I mean, TLDR, if
Crazy.
you didn't see my reaction to this,
It is entertaining beyond
either
belief,
Tuna's
though.
never watched one of my videos, or he just doesn't do, like, really endgame content. So when I do, like, the damage demos in-game, he doesn't understand what he's looking at. Because, like, I don't base my, like, my presented damage based off of POV. I usually do a max HP Delph boss, or sometimes a new Rexar, and then I show you, like, a speed kill of those to then benchmark the damage. So if you don't understand what either of those two things are, and then you pull up the POV, you might be like, this build doesn't have a billion DPS. Even though I just did 2 demos that shows over a billion. But either he doesn't understand what he's looking at, or he's never watched one of my videos. So, I know, to be fair, I do take this more seriously. Like, with Rutu, it's a bit. Like, he's not being serious, he's just, like, drama farming. Tuna doesn't drama farm. He's being serious. This is why I take this more seriously. But he's either just never actually watched one of the videos, or he doesn't understand. Tuna was a deep delver? What?
What? No
That
way.
makes sense, though. Unless he thinks deep is like 500. Is it just a global mode now? Hell yeah.
Shit.
Ha ha rar ha ha with the 6 month. Congratulations, you're not happy.
Game paused. Oh no. I can't input my buttons. Fuck.
Teenager and ZHP? Okay.
What a build, huh? I mean, it's not good for the
So back
game
when they
or the
had
CPU
way
or
lower
anybody's game. But it is what it is.
Current HP is 7 times. Like 6
It
and a half
is
times.
essentially just
Max is 687 now.
insane
102.
frostbolt spam. Fill the screen with
6.5 times
frostbolts.
higher HP now.
And I think it's a lot of project. It has no single target damage though, so I'm gonna ignore Kosis here because
You think that's why?
oh, I almost died.
You think in his brain it's like full Delve HP? So he thinks it's like 15% the damage that it is?
Oh, I got
No,
him.
'cause they
Fuck
still
yeah.
maxed out. They still got to
This is when I'm
max,
talking about,
but
like,
it
1
wasn't
FPS.
2500.
Go. Got it.
So if he did the 6K, they still did max HP.
38 Breeze Splinters. This build's coming alive. It hit 40. I think is good enough. 40 and 1 breach is good enough. I think.
I'm hanging with Allie at drama farming chat, 3 leagues. 3 leagues after the popular thing. Dude, is Tuna on like Team Allie?
Oh, Allie.
The
Of
whole
course.
team
I
deal.
forgot about Allie. She's a really interesting one too, eh? Jesus. Hey kitties, she says, huh? All the time.
He is on
Kitties?
Team Allie, that's strange, because if my numbers are bait, and Allie copies my build, he's on Team Allie.
No, he's on your team.
and-
Holy fucking shit! A lot of fucking. The game paused, by the way, is because the game is can't catch up. I think that's what's happening, or I can't. My computer can't catch up with all this shit. So
I can answer. I can give you a long thought.
1 FPS gameplay
You don't need to know though.
or 0, and is this game maybe 0 FPS? I don't know. Looks like 0 FPS.
This path of math. Did you guys see in the announcement stream? Did you see this? Wait, is my Discord open? Hang on. Let me open. I don't want to like accidentally link a private DM with someone who doesn't want me to show. It always open. I just restarted my computer, so it always opens.
Not
Discord.
bad.
My main
Point hit 89. A lot of deaths though, but it's to be expected. You're not running a proven build, I think.
Installing update. No. Yep. See, it always opens on my main. Okay, you guys can't see, but it always opens on the main monitor. Let me see if I can find it still.
Anyways, food time.
This was during the announcement stream.
Chat is moving so fast, nobody will notice I'm back.
Alright, hang on. The next image leaked in this conversation.
Anyway.
Didn't they IP ban? No, worse. They personally banned him. It's not even an IP ban. Like an account ban, you can make a new account, right? An IP ban, you could like move, get a new computer. There's ways to change your IP, whatever. You can get around that, all right? There's certain games in like with cheating in competitive settings will IP ban people, and people can still get around that. No.
Person ban?
They banned Matt, like the person.
How?
The person himself is banned. Like, it doesn't matter if he comes back, he's banned.
Is he identifying?
That's Chris Wilson's 5th Horcrux, is the Path of Math ban. The first was no
Interesting.
Auction House. The second was Magified.
Interesting. Who's Path
We've
of
only found
Math?
3 so far. What did Path of Math even do? Honestly, it wasn't that bad, but it was a flick. No, Lake of Clandra.
Oh, he called the developers out, didn't
And
he?
The whole community was pretty unhappy because the Arch Nemesis changes were just dog water. And I don't know if Path of Math was like struggling on his build, but there's a clip of him fighting a Chimera, and it was one of the first POE crash outs. We didn't even have that term back then. Granted, we've only had that term for like 4 months, and now everyone uses it all the time. But he had a pretty legendary crash out. He was fighting a Chimera, and for like 60 seconds, he just insults Chris Wilson personally. They weren't like that bad of insults, to be honest, but like, honestly, he's gonna get penalty points from me for lack of creativity. Because all he really did is call him bald like 12 times in 60 seconds. There wasn't much extra spice. It was low tier. It was like 2.5 out of 10. But then he got a person ban for that. I now have to approve of Twitch using the term bald retards. There we go. It's allowed now. For reference, that is not my stance in reference to Chris Wilson. That is my Twitch chat. Chris
Oh
is
my.
bald Jesus. Except for his auction house stances.
Oh, was he against that thing? Damn.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing too. Is like the Path of Math stuff, it wasn't strictly because he was banned for that. Like, it was a combination of things. He was a pretty toxic streamer in general. That was not his first rodeo. That was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I think if someone who was like wildly popular, like, okay, if Mathel just snapped for whatever reason and just said verbatim, same wording, same enunciation, same emotion, word for word, exactly what Path of Math said,
This is so interesting what he's doing here. What is his conclusion?
nothing would happen.
Really?
Because people just be like, I don't know what's up with Mathel, but he's having a rough one right now. We're gonna go. Because people like Mathel.
Likability, huh? Yeah, he is very
People
likable.
did not like Path of Math.
That's true.
So, like,
That's true.
It was actually impressive. Like, no one.
That's very true.
It wasn't like some, like, 50-50 thing where the community was split. It was like 95-5. It was pretty universal.
Hmm.
Like, I made shit music? No, he did not, dude. Look, you think Path of Math made shit music? Dude, these are some of the most viewed videos on all of YouTube. This shit has 1 billion views each.
What?
960 mil, 340 mil, 650 mil, half a bill,
Skill Rex?
100 mil, 100 mil. He's one of the most esteemed music producers in the world. Half a bill.
Stop misinforming
Like,
the
you
youth,
think
Connor.
Math
Interesting.
isn't recognized for his musical talent? Absolutely he is.
Is that him? What?
Giveaways for good users and service. Giving away every other head drop and harvest. I mean, if they weren't against TOS, I guess that's fair game. Ziz snapping is more believable. Yeah, even that, like
what's going
Ziz has
on.
had a few like angry moments at viewers, but like people like Ziz, so like who cares? Like if I see Ziz raging at a viewer, I understand two things. I understand that Ziz occasionally gets very angry. And it's not necessarily out of character. And I also understand that whoever he's raging at probably deserves it. I don't need to watch the full context. The famous Ziz clip, I think I did look up that context because it was so good. But it was like some guy in his chat was talking about Ziz spending $1,000 on like some Eternal supporter pack or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what his exact criticism was, but he was basically saying like you shouldn't spend $1,000 on a supporter pack. You're an idiot if you do that.
But it makes a lot of money, though.
And then the start of the Ziz rant, like before the famous clip, was basically just him saying like, you know, I will spend my money on this game however the fuck I want. I'm, you know, been doing this for 12 years with this company. With a song request. I don't have some high-tech system. You just blurt it out. Or link the video. Was it D4 guy? Maybe.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Alright. I gotta say, the other build's more fun to play. This is a bit too... This is very effective, no doubt. Like, this is very
Like,
effective.
on one hand, it looks like a toddler from a Renaissance painting. But on the other hand, she's kind of jacked. Like 6'20". Play the clip? Alright, we'll pop it. We gotta come back.
After doing the other build and now this one, I just had to say, like, something's missing. It's like, Japanese would say "samishi ne" in this kind of moment. Not necessarily being lonely, just something's missing. Shrine. Fearlessly tags it. Why is Pathfinder, she's so short, one of the tankiest builds I've ever played in this game? It's really weird. She's tankier than a Titan. It's so weird. Minus 30 LE weakness, but I don't think it matters.
No, I will say, like, He's getting a little. I gotta maybe give him a rating penalty here. He's getting a little carried by accent. If he was like French, this would only be like an 8.5. So he does have an unfair advantage there. But I mean, even still, it's like a 9. But with the accent help, it's 9.5.
Alright, already arrived for hell yeah.
But like, no one cares. Cause like, people like this. It's simple. There was a interview that they had. I believe this interview was before the announcement stream. So this is, even though they just published it, this is how a lot of gaming like sites or articles work.
Why did I charge in? That was
They do
so
the
dumb
interview,
of
like, a
me.
week in advance
That was so dumb of me. Why
as,
did I
like,
even
a
charge
press tour
in?
type thing. But then they don't immediately like put the
I don't know, I was
article out that
thinking.
day or put the
I'm not
interview out
thinking
that
that's
day.
what it is.
They then wait until like the announcement, and then they release it like a week later. So like all these are usually a little bit delayed. So this might not be the most updated information, but this was from this interview that just got put out like 6 hours ago. Okay, first off, Delve needs an overhaul, but there's no immediate plans. Now prepare yourselves, Army. I'm about to use my powers for evil. GGG's development cycle focuses on one new mechanic and one reinvigorated old mechanic per expansion. Okay. Delve will be addressed when player demand makes it a priority. You heard him, boys. It's time to get angry. Grab your pitchforks. We riot now. Player demand, baby. Let's go. We will play Steve's stream audio on the speakers of the Grinding Gear Games office until Delve is buff.
This guy's
will take a matter
imagination.
of
I love
hours.
this guy's imagination.
That's terrorist.
Oh man, this is funny. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Okay, for the record, Scourge was my favorite League mechanic of all time.
What the fuck was
It
Scourge?
was like good risk-reward juice. I liked the double mapping play of switching between like the reality and the faded zone, whatever. This was the most fun I've ever had playing the League mechanic of the POE League.
So why wasn't it brought in again? I wonder, huh?
It doesn't seem like we're getting it back because of they've already like pseudo merged it with Beyond, so
Beyond.
whatever.
Beyond's not fun at all.
Toda is probably I'm guessing Toda's gonna be the 327 rework. So yeah. The next major
What was
experiment
Scourge
in
about?
trade will be an asynchronous offline purchasing system.
Fuck, the guy knows the word asynchronous. That's
Players
crazy.
would visit an offline player's hideout to buy an item listed
Oh yeah,
on
that's
the trade
asynchronous. That's
website.
right. Asynchronous. That's true.
There's no timeline, and a primary concern is building robust anti-bot measures. I feel like the gold kind of does that.
Oh, that's what it's written there.
Like,
Okay.
Anytime I say this, there's always someone who counter argues, just like the bots could just bot gold. They could just play the game to get gold, and then bot a currency. And it's like, at that point, how do you stop it? At that point, it's just an actual account playing the game, and unless you have anti-bot protection to ban the bot, you can't stop them from trading as it stands. Like, there are already trade bots that do non-Faustus trades in their hideouts.
True.
If you've ever converted currency before Faustus, you would whisper 30 people. The 30th person would invite you to their hideout. It was a level 2 unascended witch in the forest hideout. It would be a delayed, every action takes 3-second trade, and you would finally get your currency converted. That's how every trade was done. At a point, you like the only solution is to ban the bot, which is like a back and forth war on just detection versus better bots. I'm a believer that you should not inshitify the whole game
just because
you're paranoid of like a 1% abuse case.
that's a
of,
good
like,
point.
A really advanced bot.
That's a very good point. That's a very
Like,
good point.
Well, they might have their experience ruined in this scenario if this bot does this thing. Or we can not do that, and then trade in the game is just shit, and then it's already ruined.
I don't know. I'll give that one some thought.
Just do it, okay? Like, there will be a couple corner cases, and it will still be better.
Like, honest to God, I don't think I'm just
This is where
I'm just not a blind fanboy. I wish I could talk to this guy if he knew anything about iPhone apps and how people. He hates iPhones though, but I mean, like, I would love to pick his brain on. I needed someone like this. I was lost. I'm a programmer, but I'm not someone who understands people and their behaviors that well. At least at the time, I wasn't. But this guy does. I mean, one man on the left, he's very perceptive, and like the way he would approach product design, how he would approach pricing and things that affect many people, and how their attitudes towards it. I mean, he has a very sharp mind. I don't think he's off base. I think he's very talented, and he's just, it's just this idea of the corner case, like I remember like being so scared of making my app free because of the backlash that would ensue. And it's like not being fully aware of not doing anything is a huge choice in of itself. Even though it's like it seems like you're not doing anything. The other thing was like when people write shit reviews on your app, do you reply or don't you reply? It's really tricky. Because the first thing to do is to reply. I mean, you want to defend yourself, right? But then if you do that, it comes off as, to some people, oh, that defensive, huh? Something must be wrong with your app. I ain't buying it. Whereas if you just let it slide, it may be a signal of confidence. Ew, go ahead. Write your damn bullshit about my app. I got enough people who know how good it is. They'll vouch for it. I don't need your reviews to support my app. I can sell it on word of mouth. So maybe you don't reply. But then you realize, wait, no. Some of the most successful apps, they are replying to every comment, but they do it systematically, like a corporation. That was probably the best way. You do it without emotion. So people think you care about the feedback, but you're not upset. Is probably the best play. Now, how the fuck would you know that as an individual developer going forward? How the hell would you know that? You'd have to be like fucking intelligent beyond, like, either you have experience in this domain of knowledge, like how to deal with, let's say, a bad review coming in, cutting your sales, or you're so perceptive, like you already know how people think and approach the product, that you could call it like without prior knowledge. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I don't think it's common. I think you need to study this kind of stuff and understand it very carefully. But like, it's a game, isn't it? Like, do you reply or don't you reply? The easy thing to do is to reply emotionally. But then people just see you as weak, and they might start using it as a punching bag. Like, but if you reply to it systematically, man, is it ever boring to write a bad review, okay? It's boring as fuck. Because there's a system behind it, just unfazed by it, let's say. And that's what the big apps did. They hired a whole team of people to just deal with the reviews, which is insane, because if you're a one-man shop, you mean to do that and this at the same time? It's just way too much. Way too fucking much, right? So, I'm saying, like, the way he's approaching the bot scenario is like, the logic is something I don't come up with in immediate nature. Like, I don't think of that way right away. But if I hear it, I'm like, huh, true. I mean, if there are to be bots and you can't avoid it, it is not right to just continually design a system around them not being able to exploit the system, because that hurts the real players, and it's going to be shit anyway. So might as well let the bots have their way a bit and make the experience better for the majority. That is very good logic. It makes sense to me. But to see it this way so quickly, I think that's quite something.
I say this interview might be out of date. Because this was probably interviewed like a week ago. There are no immediate plans to nerf Sanctum to push players toward new content. The design philosophy allows players to choose their preferred farming method. A potential future update could add a unique crafting mechanic or exclusive reward to Sanctum, not just Original Sin, I guess. So it provides more than just generic currency. This was probably before the interview after the announcement last Thursday, where Mark said they're probably nerfing Sanctum. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of in limbo. We don't know. You could take this as like confirmed, not nerfed, but I would not guarantee that. This could just be out of date, and they are gonna. I don't know. This is the best interview summary we have, basically. They kind of already talked about most of this stuff during the announcement stream, like the whole 16.5, whatever you want to call it, like tier 16 and a half stuff, with the memory strands, getting 17 mods on the 16s, like, they want to close the gap on 17s and 16s, but, like, I don't think there's any new info here versus what they announced already. Works have a little bit, but there's no plans for a pity system. I actually disagree with this. I think a pity system would be good. It's hard to implement, but my only experience with pity systems is Blizzard games, and I will say, in my opinion, they are overwhelmingly successful in Blizzard games.
Interesting.
You just have to pick and choose correctly where you add them. Like, okay, the reason they're
Trade as pity system, maybe,
so
yeah.
how Blizzard
That is
started
true.
doing this,
Trade is a
back
pity
in the
system,
day,
in a way.
World of Warcraft,
Huh.
they added a new mechanic in Mist of Pandaria. The mechanic was the bonus roll coin. So you kill a raid boss, and historically in WoW, you kill a boss, it drops loot. The master looter of the raid.
Are they implementing an auction house?
Roll
No
on
fucking
it,
way.
Or use like some stupid TKB system, or just hands it to their buddy because he really wants it.
Huh?
And that was it. In Mist of
I
Pandaria,
don't
they
think
added
so.
a new system where players
Oh, POE2,
3 times
okay.
per week could gather a bonus roll coin that would give you like a 25% chance when you rolled on a boss to get a piece of loot just for your class. So what you would do is you would do like weekly quests and stuff, like non-raid activities, dungeons, whatever, to accumulate these 3 coins. You had to play other parts of the game weekly. Some people hated that because it became a chore eventually, but at least early on it was good because it like made non-raid content like have some repetitive value. But what happened was they figured out early people would go on some pretty bad unlucky streaks. And this is just like gaming, gambling philosophy 101. If someone flips a coin, and there's a lot riding on that coin to them, like they've invested hours of their time for that coin flip. In general, in any game that has a gambling mechanic like this, such as, you know, a high investment coin flip, if a player wins 10 coin flips in a row, that's 1 in 1,000, 1 in 1,024. It happens occasionally. You play enough, you'll eventually have it happen. When a player wins 10 coin flips in a row, what Blizzard realized is that player doesn't magically perform mitosis and separate into 2 WoW players. They didn't actually gain a WoW player by that happening.
What?
They have some coin flip.
Oh, listen to this.
Content, like have some repetitive value. But what happened was they figured out early people would go on some pretty bad unlucky streaks. And this is just like gaming, gambling philosophy 101. If someone flips a coin, and there's a lot riding on that coin to them, like they've invested hours of their time for that coin flip. In general, in any game that has a gambling mechanic like this, such as, you know, a high investment coin flip, if a player wins 10 coin flips in a row, that's 1 in 1,000, 1 in 1,024.
His math is fast,
It
eh?
happens occasionally.
He knows
Play
th-
enough,
he
you'll
knows
eventually
that.
have it happen. When a player wins 10 coin flips in a row, what Blizzard realized is that player doesn't magically perform mitosis and separate into 2 WoW players. They didn't actually gain a WoW player by that happening. But when a player loses 10 coin flips in a row, a lot of times they quit. Like, imagine you spend 6 hours on a 50-50 coin flip and you lose 10 in a row.
You quit.
Reasonably, you might say, fuck this game and go play League of Legends instead, you know?
Right.
And,
True.
And Blizzard had this data and realized they were actually losing players to this. So what they actually did was this was their first implementation of bad luck protection. Instead, the coin flip was only about a 40% chance to win the first one and about a 60% chance to lose. The second one, I think, was already back to 50-50. And the third one was like 60-40. And if you got to like 10 in a row, it was a guaranteed win.
Oh, no shitting. Oh my god,
The
no.
overall probability
It's still
was
50-50.
still 50-50.
I see.
If you did 1,000 coin flips, you would still win 500. But you would never have a streak where you lost 10
That's
in a row.
so fucking
and you'd never have a
genius.
streak when you won 10 in a row. And this was, at least according to their data, their player retention, their numbers, overwhelmingly successful.
That is so interesting.
And to me personally, I view this as a success.
Yeah, it is.
They then
That
added
is
this
genius.
to every other Blizzard game in some format.
That is so
There
genius.
are bad luck protection mechanics in Diablo 4. There are, you know, you have to be careful where you add it. But on things that you can boil down to a simple high investment coin flip, it probably is better for the game.
What do you want, Jiro?
You don't think bonus rolls with reasonable player base drop? That's not what I said. I said they were losing players to this. There are 10 million players at peak WoW. Like, them losing, say, 3 million players from one expansion to the next doesn't have to be from bonus rolls. But if they have data internally that they lost 100k players to bonus rolls, and by having this system they'd have been at 7.1 million instead of 7 million on their bad expansion,
Do it.
you bet their ass they'd do that.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you do that?
But player retention numbers are always a multifaceted problem. But like every gap you can close, you should do.
That's brilliant.
Dodge has entropy, but it doesn't work that way. It basically cycles. Like if you have 90 evade against a target, you each roll a number, and where that number lands is where they begin in the cycle. So if you have 90 evade, the target will roll 1 to 100. So if they roll 98, they will hit you. If they roll 8,
They don't hit
their
you,
first 9 attacks will miss, and their 10th attack will hit you, and then their 20th attack will hit you, and then their 30th attack will hit you.
That's
If they roll
interesting.
58, you will evade their first 4 attacks, then their 5th attack will hit you.
Is that what
then
the
their
entropy
15th
system
attack will
is?
hit you,
That's how
and
it
their
works?
25th attack will hit you.
That's interesting.
That is the entropy-based system of evasion in Path of Exile.
That's so
Block does not work that way, though. Just
crazy. Block doesn't work that way. That is so fucking insane. I didn't know that. So, oh,
And
I
that system's
see.
better from like an ARPG standpoint where there's like penalty for dying. Because you don't want to be 75 block and just die to something hitting you 4 times in a row. That's
True.
entirely possible. It's not possible with evasion, but it is possible with block.
That's so interesting. Holy fuck, that's interesting.
Reset CD, I don't know what the like
Ah.
max timer is. It could be distance based. It could be zone based. It could be a timer. I don't actually know that. Maybe they don't ever like release that, or maybe you can test it. But that's like a little bit too in the weeds, maybe, unless you're trying to do something very specifically abusive. Four-second reset timer. Okay, maybe it is. There's a lot of timers in PoE that are 4 seconds. That's like what they've chosen for their generic, like, recently number. Most things with an unknown timer is either 4 seconds or infinity.
Interesting.
Excellent.
I did not know evasion. The way I see it now is so like, oh, okay, it's not a random check. You have 90 evade. It's not they roll an attack roll, and you just you do the straight up math. Is if they roll an 8, you're gonna evade the next X attacks. That's pretty smart. I don't know what to say. Is that how it works now? So evasion is stronger in that sense, right? Of course, it is stronger. Well, that's really complicated, huh? Yeah, with high evasion, you get That's why high evasion is so powerful because if they roll a low number, you're guaranteed to dodge the next X attacks. Wow. Okay, that's kind of neato. Anyway, listen, I don't know who's watching. I just tune in. This guy knows this game. This guy knows the game like nobody else does. Whoever explains the entropy system?
A lot of timers in the game though, like
Interesting.
Riku recently, all that is 4 seconds.
He has a profound, intuitive understanding of the game, which is the keyword here is intuitive. He explains things that are really easy to understand intuitively, as opposed to like giving you a bunch of math and like you figure it out. Like it's not like that at all. I mean, I think that's quite the gift, honestly. I mean,
Alright.
Jesus.
Back to Incinerate.
How does he know all this shit like so intuitively though? That's the thing.
I'm really torn right now between just not using Flesh Flame and finding a usable Flesh Flame, but also what points did I drop here? Oh, I just went over 123. Never mind. Is that even an upgrade? No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. If you take capacitor and then use that to get your 12 res efficiency, it's like pretty good.
2388. Okay. I'll take 22.
38% more damage for 2 joules. But like just using a joule, you can get a joule that has like 53.
That's a lot of
critical.
gear.
If you're gonna spend 100 div on a Flesh Flame, and that's with one more prefix. So you just assume the other prefix was like quad multi just to even it out. Like, that's 14% more damage for 1 joule. But, I mean, that's technically better if it's 38. Sorry, it's a billion DPS. I have some cheese going on with this right now, because I have the channeling buff, the arcane surge buff, but for this right now, I have the mercenary perk Will's Toe. So without mercenary, it's like 680 right now. So this is a little cheese, because I just threw in the toe. We don't know how reliable they'll be. But I can definitely push this higher. I just haven't figured out what Flesh Flame I want yet. Honestly, Conviction Power isn't that bad, but it really comes down to Sanctuary of Thought. Or Radiant Faith, probably. And Radiant Faith, you need a little bit of mana investment to be comparable. Which I could do. But I probably won't. This would be the most efficient, probably, right? 3-pointer.
Oh shit!
In the devotion radius. Honestly, this would even be good just for getting maybe another Militant Faith note here instead of 16 mana. And then you get the 12 res efficiency mastery, which is worth 1.5 points already, because you're already taking these. You're gladly taking those. It's realistically probably worth like 2 points. So it's 2 points, half a point, and then maybe that's worth 1, but at the same time, if you got a Militant Faith node there, that's probably worth taking for free. That's the Gale hit, yeah. Aura area damage, you probably want Aura. Mine's Aura Res right now, but I'm way over on Res, so the Res isn't doing anything. There's like a... Okay, here's the thing. Getting, like, the best Militant Faith is going to be impossible. But there's actually not really one Militant Faith that's just head and shoulders above everything else. There's like 10 or 15 that are all 2-stat. And there's like 150 that are like 1-stat. And then if you expand the pool to all the good mobs, like +1 max res, ailment immunity, min charge, all the like really good ones that aren't the best one, there's like 600 combos that are at least 2 in the radius that are good. So you need to get like probably one of like the best 600 before effect. That's like the cutoff. So since there's 10k combos and aura effects like 2 out of 18, it's like 600 out of 10k. And then it's like 1 in 9 to hit aura effect. So approximately 1 out of every 150 Militant Faiths that drop during the league will be acceptable to use here. And there are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of drops. So there'll be like probably around 1,000 good ones. At least a few hundred.
Fuck it.
Start the cheap POB I have is 65 div. Alright, I'm gonna try adding Sanctuary Thought. I don't even have it. I do I?
Alright.
Alright, Sanctuary Thought. Flame.
Next level. I'll level up to 90. Get level 20 gems. 21 maybe?
And then I gotta add...
Let's see how it goes from there. Yeah. Truly, I wish I had a friend like Connor.
But now I have too many talent points.
I think we could have been good buddies. He's got a great analytical mind.
I'm tankier. So that's good. But I did lose damage. Let me check, what's it even called, actually? Arcane Blessing. Let's see it.
No! Fucking experience. Fuck, I'm out of here. I didn't look at the fucking mods. What is this?
Not be that
Extra
bad.
chaos. I'm out of here. Jesus Christ. It's not worth it. Recoup losses. Why didn't I read the fucking map? Oh man. I was fucking absent-minded.
This gives you so much mana regen.
Out of here. Find an Oasis. Oasis Savannah, best EXP per hour. Bar none. 79 Delirious. I don't think so. Not quite there yet.
And I gotta drop 2 of these.
I'll do magic or
Okay.
that.
Is this better? Arcane Blessing. Arcane Blessing. I did the same one twice, didn't I? No, I changed the wrong jewel. Never mind. Hang on. Oh, I just remembered I had a song request that I totally stopped. I'm gonna redo it. Also, I gotta do something real quick. apologize, but it's necessary. Change music. This was a song request. It was going through. I think a different large is better, and just use one stat stack large. What's the lore of free Palstron?
Still people going on that. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't think it's that funny though. What the guy did.
Wait, is there actually a video of
the
it?
Uber Dan. I think it's got to stop. I don't like
Wait.
it. I'm old-fashioned. I just don't like that shit. It's too
Is this video... I thought the channel got taken down. He's back?
Yeah, he's back. Unfortunately,
He's back!
fucking lame that he's back.
So good. Dude, is it really gonna be Arcane Blessing? Fuck it, maybe it is. I need a regular large. I could do Shock Effect. Storm Drinker. I'm gonna do that. I think it's Storm Drinker, Overshock, Widespread. Is this right? No, it's not. Damn it! Okay, no, this combo exists. Trust me. Hang on, I gotta find the combo.
Man,
No combos? Fuck. Okay,
from 89 to 90 is quite the fucking grind, huh?
maybe it doesn't exist.
It's quite the fucking grind from 89 to 90.
What else is there?
This is 88 to 89. It feels like
Oh
an
yeah,
eternity.
it's Prismatic. Is this better? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. Wait, what? Why is my res fucked up? What? You can get 14 spell block? Yeah, it'd be okay. You wouldn't do 14, but... Why is my res fucked up? We're gonna go back here and not save. Oh, it was fucked up anyways. Wait, what? Oh, duh, because I put the Sanctuary of Thought nerf in the config, but now I don't have Sanctuary of Thought. Alright, that makes more sense.
Oh, okay. Okay, one more level. Fuck, man.
Alright.
Almost
try
there.
this again. Storm Drinker,
What a grind.
Dramatic, Widespread. What does this do? This probably sucks.
I think it's worth making a build video. I don't know. No one asked for it yet, but no one asked for the Plague Bearer initially. I don't know. I think this is fun. But, you know, it's those territory where no one believes in anything that you're doing, and I'll just go with my gut, man. I think this is fucking hilarious. I think people think it's hilarious seeing all these frostbolts flying around. And just have to say humorously that the way you beat bosses in this game is you just don't fight
Okay,
them.
that's still better. I don't think I can drop it. Why the count of heavens from Yonko be? I mean, you can just swap the gem, but ultimately all you do is you switch Conduit of Heavens for Ball Lightning, and then you switch Slower Proj to probably Arcane Surge. It's buffed now. Yeah?
I'm gonna regret not going caster, aren't I? I
I wouldn't do
feel.
Focus because Shock is good.
I've never had experience with casters in
I wouldn't do
POE1,
Control
so
because then your Ellie Overload up time for
I just don't know how good they are.
Just a 35% more damage focus.
To me, they're not a proven
or,
entity.
Arcane Surge is probably your best bet on the 3. You can Conk Effect though, right? Or not?
Fuck
Can you support
yeah.
Conduit of Heavens with Conk Effect?
I'm gonna get
Does that
the
even work?
89.
I know it's an area tag, but I don't know if it affects the hit.
Oh, Divine. What do we say we get Divines? Thank you, GGG. I feel I've been given like a gift from the company.
Just check
When that
if Conk
happens.
Effect works. It does not.
How does it still give me a dopamine
Cannot
hit
Conk Effect it.
after all this time when I don't even care about Divines that much? It's just...
I just remember that was a weird one.
Someone pointed out that sound effect is so perfect, and I agree. No!
Strength Stacker, I think the Int Stacker
Fuck.
is going to be better with
I was so
Indigo.
close to leveling. Is it damage mod here? Un-ID'd. Not so smart, is it? Close, please, breach. Close, please. Give me my bleach. I'm out of here. Have to run maps.
I wonder how they make Self-Cast viable without
unlimited.
just being an Aura Stacker.
You know what? I'm gonna do with that one
the
divine.
buffs they've done
I'm
are
gonna
all
buy the
channeling and
best,
cast speed related.
the best fucking armor I can get for this character. Or 2 divines. Budget 2 divines. Do you guys, my imaginary audience, do you want to see what I think about when I try to buy a good armor? And I'll remember not to redo it. So what I would do is, I know I want spirit, so I add spirit, and I want at least 40, and I think I want Ellie res, some Ellie res, but I don't know. This is such a pain in the ass to do like any res because I don't care what it is. But what is the other? What are the suffixes I want? I don't know. Spirit is one prefix that I do want. Maximum life as a suffix. I want at least 100. I don't need mana. And then I want evasion energy shield. I still think evasion is too strong. It doesn't matter if you're caster or not. Evasion energy shield 1/1. Search. Oh wait, limit budget to 2 divines. And I'm just gonna peruse what is around. I think I want to max evasion, not energy shield. So 8. What? Max 2 divines. Max 3 divines. I'm tired of dying. So I can get 878 maximum. 86 dex. 2 res rolls. Oh, is max life a prefix too? Then forget it. Then just spirit. Yeah, that's better. That's better. No, it's a suffix, right? Man, all the good shit isn't a prefixes. That's crazy. What? So P5 means spirit is also a... What's it go up to, spirit? 61 spirit is the max? Holy shit. Okay, evasion, max that shit. Okay. Expected to useless. Okay, 37 cold res. 6 lightning. Life regen. Don't really need it because like, why all these dead mods? I never understand. I think it's bad. I think it's a sort by this one, maybe. Yeah. No? Wait, when they say P1, is that the best? It is the best, right? 715. I'm confused now. 3 sockets are nice. It means I can put 3 reses in there. Actually, I don't even have any res currently. This one's the best, I think. It has a res roll. Even though this one was shit, I can use this one. 2 sockets. Sleek jacket. They're all sleek jackets, huh? Requires 68 dex. Wait, no. This one requires 86 dex, 86 int. I'm tired of dying all the time like this. I'll never level. It's probably important to get the a good armor piece. I think the build warrants it. Okay, what's my dex? I can swap that around. I don't need, so I'll get this one. For 3 divines. It's 3 divines. Oh shit. 105. Has a res roll and life regen. Okay. Chinese guy. What do you know, huh? No? Please. Oh, man. Okay. No replies, no reply. Next one. For 2 divines only. I'll take it. I'll take your junk. "12 minutes ago, come on. Come on." Fuck. Why won't he reply? That's why I hate trading. Everyone hates trading. Well, this one's nice too. Falconer's Jacket. No way, it's this cheap. This is the one I want, actually. This one I'll wait for. I mean, I could just use the other armor, but... oh, man. Okay. Unfortunate. Oh, what a nightmare. I hate doing this so much. Can I have this? Thank God, finally. Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Fuck yeah. I call this a pretty good purchase. People might think I'm wrong, but over 1k evasion, 400 energy shield. It's a direct upgrade over this, obviously. And no life roll, but whatever. It's not about that. So, just have to get Dex, swap. I swap in for Dex, I think, until I can use it. There it is. How much does it, look, how much does it increase your evasion by? 43 goes to 59. That's huge. That is huge. Life went down. ES went up from 448 to, so 400 more, yeah. And looks different too. Yep. Looks like a sleek jacket to me. And I already got this. And I think I want the other one, that the gem that converts int into again, int into evasion by grabbing this node. It's huge usually. Same tricks again. But it modifies these two, which is shitty. So I'm not quite sure. 2 more nodes for this. What would this do? 62. Should cut 2 points for damage. I think there's too much spam. Okay, I'm gonna refund these points for defense. I mean, yeah. 63 evasion. I can do this too. 65. Let's go refund all of these. 66. 67. And this will be huge, right? Spectral Ward will give me 200 ES from just this node. Get tankier a little bit, so now I have almost 3k, and I went from 48 to 67 evasion, and I killed my lightning resist. That's okay. Storm runes? No way. Storm? Storm! Where'd you go? Here we go. So too much fire now. Oh, my resistances are bored. I gotta replace one here. Sucks. Oh, man, it hurts. But I gotta balance it out. I may need a new ring. That's really shitty. Oh man. Just res is borked, but evasion at 80. Holy, one of these runes is so big. I don't know. I think you do add the iron rune there. Yeah, it's huge. So lightning. Feel like I haven't completed a quest in the lightning resistance quest. There's no way it's that low. I may be missing quests. 2. I can run 2 casts on crits. That's insane. I may do that. I will do that. I'm gonna drop Blasphemy and run another cast on crit with Comet. Take a level spirit gem like this, cast on critical. Yes, do that. Another one. And what spell do we want to cast? Comet for sure. Great Jeweler's Orbs. We have Comet. Where did Comet go? Do I have it in here? Comet. Where'd you go, Comet? Not here. Comet is gone. Missing. Take 19 gem. Make Comet. How do I not... How can there not be enough spirit? Huh? How's this 1-0? Oh, I know. Life remnants. Yeah, okay. Too bad. Cast on critical. Maybe refund should be on this one. This one should be Cold Exposure. There's another one I wanted to put in. Was it Cold Mastery or? Okay, Ambrosia for the Comet. I'm already using it. Where? Oh, on. Right. Okay. I'm on Conk Effect on Comet and Ambrosia support. And Cold Mastery. No. Oh, Cold Mastery is probably better. 1K. Probably Spell Echo is good there too. I think Spell Echo's better. Conk Effect goes on Frost Wall. It's too big. Sometimes I think. For the first Frostbolt, I would imagine... what would go well here? I don't even know. I don't know. Do I have the liberation support somewhere? Chain, on a rage, on blood. I don't. Where's the liberation? How's it disappeared? I don't understand. Where do these items go? Hell no, I had this gem. Alright, what does it matter? Gems, 3. The liberation support. And I put it to cast on crit. Where? Oh. Flame. The liberation on here. Done. Look how much work it is. This is why I don't want to swap armor. It's so much work just to swap one piece of armor. That's hilariously large. I mean, I'm exhausted just by doing this for some reason. And no space to store the old one, as always. Okay, I don't know. Rat's cage. Alright. Okay, I know I missed the Quack 2 quest, didn't I? The Shar, does it say? Does that mean I didn't? Did I do it or didn't do it? Act 2? Oh. The icon's different. A? That means you're done. This means you're not done, doesn't it? Oh, you're, eh? So Path of Mourning here has Sisters of Garokon. Path of Mourning here doesn't have it, so okay. That's confusing as fuck. I would love to have a simple glance at a glance. Which bonuses did you miss? Just, you know, UI. Less stress on the player. I don't think wrestling with the UI should be part of the game. Just my opinion, though. I think it's kind of annoying. Ah, controller. Okay. Alright, done. I'm set up now. And I'm going to resume. 1 mana left.
That's like exactly what they need to do. Comrade Trusty with the sub, thank you. They did what they should have. They buffed cast speed and channeling. That's fine, that's all they needed. It's probably pretty even now across the board between Archmage, E-Blade, and like self-cast. I'll say this, I've seen
Holy
a POV
comets, Jesus.
that is not an... Okay, they're kind of an aura stacker, but they're not energy blade. They're just doing the old-fashioned gem level scaling. And it had some pretty good numbers.
Is this Path of Mourning or is it wrong place? Eh? It's the top area, right?
I will say though, it did have a +8
I
sync
forgot the
so
campaign already. Oh man. Okay.
It's 2 times damage right there. That's what I said, a full-time streamer going. It was rough because I had about a month and a half of really bad internet issues where I just couldn't stream from like 7:30 to 10. And then the first like content patch after that was 0.2, and 0.2 was hot garbage.
It's not hot garbage.
But this
Come
going
on.
forward, 326 on
It's not hard
Friday,
garbage.
the first actual POE patch.
It's a bit biased there, I think.
So
What? I mean, it depends what you mean by hot garbage. Like,
but I'll definitely be looking to this patch as like a bit of a gauge. Any mod Team Farmer, it's still Zenith Jug. Ross.
Okay.
Are you on 24-hour plus streams? No.
Shouldn't do that, Connor. That's sick.
Honestly, some of the days on League Start that I do like a Saturday stream where I stream like 14 hours, I don't even like doing it in one session. I know that's bad from like a streaming perspective.
But it's good for your
because,
health. You
like,
shouldn't
you
do
lose
that.
Viewers, if you take a break in the middle, you're better to do it in one session from like viewership standpoint. But I've done this a few times. I just do the double. Like, I'll stream for like 8 hours, then go take a break. I'll come back like 2 hours later, and then I'll stream for like 6 hours. I'd much prefer that.
It's so selfish if your viewers ask you to do 24-hour streams. It's sick to do that.
Yeah, the Trophus gems that we've seen so far are looking pretty good. So there might be something crazy. Honest opinion on the Captain Lance RF String Stacker. It's a good starter, and it's one of the only RF builds that can actually scale up to Ubers.
But it's still RF, right?
If you want to go further than Ubers, you're probably better off switching to something else. Like really juiced 17s or like deep delve Rivaldos, you just can't play RF for them. It just hits its limit. But up until like Ubers, it's fine. New Heavy Strike. I mean, it would basically be an old build I played with Mana Zenith. It lets you go Indigon Int Stack, Mana Stack. It is a little bit of a hard time getting flat damage. You can go the Synth
Where the
Staff
fuck are
Hop.
the? Here we are. No, what? I knew I didn't have it. I knew I didn't have it.
But I think it's gonna be pretty low attack speed.
That's pretty, isn't
and maybe
it?
struggle a little bit on.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you only need enough flat to cover cloak downtime. That's fine.
Now, what's my res at?
Like you'll have crazy flat during cloak, and then if you have just flat on the weapon to carry you for cloak downtime for a few seconds, you'll be fine. It doesn't have a good hit rate though, like Zenith did for like instant leech to solve mana. Yeah, the mana recovery is the issue because it's a single hit on a slow ability. Zenith was fine for the mana stack because you hit so much that with instant leech you're just permacapped on mana. But it's a lower hit rate and it's a strike skill that doesn't AoE. I mean, you can melee splash obviously, but like for single target, a Zenith hit does like 25 hits. But like a heavy strike on single target that still just does one hit. So like it's tough to get any real leech other than just your standard 20%. I mean, I guess you Essence Sap and get 30, right? That's not bad. Yeah, you Essence Sap and get 30% mana per second. That's probably fine. Sprinkle a little bit of Instant Leech and maybe you're at like 35% per second. Maybe. You need Essence Sap for that playstyle, though. Scarab adding 2 mod, dude, that's a huge buff for risk. It's an insane buff for risk. It's like double money.
I miss this
What
music so
happened with
much.
Palstrad? Lore Master, you're missing some crucial lore.
It's such beautiful music this
Mage
one.
Blood POE of Zenith, it's pretty easy, just slap in. Yeah, I don't like Mage Blood for Zenith though, because you don't run, you leap. So you actually leap faster with the Synth Belt than you do with Mage Blood.
That's
So
interesting.
it actually makes you slower. And if you get all the way to Purity of Fire Sublime...
Was
one of
it,
the other,
what,
like,
cold and then
Mage
fire?
Blood's primarily
With a
used
black
for 2
jaw?
reasons in the build.
Fucking
First
black
is
jaw?
speed. The second is free
Have
max
not done
all
black
res
jaw either?
and free res.
Oh, fuck
The
me.
third would be like random ailment immunities and stuff.
These are big. These
But-
extra reses are huge. Haven't
Move
done
speed
them.
doesn't affect Zenith.
No wonder I had such
All the free res, if you
shit
get Purity of
gearing
Fire Sublime,
feeling.
is all you need.
That's what I'm talking about though. In the
You
stride
don't
of
need
gearing,
Mage Blood res. You
this
just
is
need
so
Purity of Fire
annoying.
Sublime, that's it.
This res
Even
thing.
Galacco
I am so annoyed by
doesn't
the
really need
res
Mage Blood.
in this game.
And then all the ailment immunity stuff, well, if you're only taking fire damage, doesn't really matter. But, like, you're already a Jug, you're unstoppable, you don't care about, like, chill freeze.
Go, 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 go. Come on. This is so pointless.
It only really give you, like, shock. I don't
Is there
know.
anyone who
You're
doesn't get the
unstunnable
res?
Too, you're a jug.
Yo, maybe someone here
So
already.
like all the major selling points of Mage Blood don't really apply, and Zenith Jug has a lot of really good unique flasks. It has Progenesis, Sin's Rebirth for Wither on hit, Replica Roomies plus Enkindling
AV
Orb
Ranger.
for just
Yeah, this
Omega
person plays a
10
lot.
years.
AV.
Dying Sun for +2 proj and some AoE.
Ah, no one's playing.
Like, there's so many good unique flasks for Zenith. Evolve Farmer and use Mage Blood to basically have movement for... Yeah, that'd be a good one. Pair your build at high budget to armor stack.
Why is my energy? Why is it proccing
Champion
so many
actually more
meteors?
damage than Zenith,
It's insane.
but Zenith will be like 5 times bigger. And it'll move faster.
The game was so much smoother after the patch.
I'm gonna make a mid-budget version of this.
Crazy, man.
I'm gonna have like the multi-mirror POV. I already have a 65 divine POV. I'm gonna make one in between that's like a mirror. Chant more damage than Zenith because Replica Dream Feather and Aura stacking is a powerful combination. Especially if you're using some of the new stuff like the Fire Ring. Turns out 10,000% increased damage from a weapon is pretty good. Orbiting effectiveness per second is like 600 or 700. Like, you know, if you're on the target and they all hit 700, I think. Which with good AoE on Sanctuary Thought is pretty consistent to get. Slower prod plus Sanctuary Thought is like auto 13 hits. You haven't seen Armor Stacker? I've seen Armor Stackers in 325 at 2 billion. But they're like 200k max hit with glasses. I think POV for some tinkering. I'll link you this one. But I'm still making it right now. I can't link you the big boy right now. I have some modification I'll need to do. How's mana usage on Mjolnir build on swap? Like, is it a problem? Do I need mana flask? You can for voting flask. It's like a cheat code pre-mage blood.
Is this a fucking... Please tell me this is a Quani?
Being as you're not playing Mana Bond and you're just using Archmage, it does mean you can just get Thrill Killer for gain on kill. So when you're mapping, you're just always capped because of this. The only issue could be on like Uber bosses where you have 70% DR for leech. They're buffing cyclone damage this league, but even still, Uber bosses you'll have leech problems. The usual answer is you just kill it in one cloak and it doesn't matter. But you can pre-Mage Blood just use a Foreboding Mana Flask. I have a video on this, on how this is just a cheat code. So pre-Mage Blood, you use Foreboding Flask if you have mana problems. And post-Mage Blood, it doesn't matter because you have enough damage that you just one cloak Ubers. Mapping, you're fine because 2% gain on kill means every time you Lightning Warp, you'll recover half your mana. Just from popping all the trash on your screen. You'll be permacapped. If you really, really want, you could anoint Mind Drinker as well, but it's overkill. You don't need to do that. The mana regen on Sanctuary, yeah, I don't know, it'll turn into like 3%. That's okay, but not that big a deal. Because you get like 60% Arcane Surge, and then you have 2.2 effect on, what do you call it? On Arcane Surge, plus 100 base. There's a little bit sprinkled on the Mjolnir tree. How much actual recovery do you have? You don't get Shaper because of a Natural Instinct here. You do get 10 or 20, 10. That's 30.
What's this item that people want? I don't know. Is it that good?
50.
Yeah, it is very good. I don't mean to sell
60.
that. I gotta move that out of the fucking inventory. Fuck.
60 regen plus that. So So it'll be 3% mana per second. That's not bad.
I res that now.
In one full cloak cycle on Mjolnir, that will recover about 25% of your mana. That probably just about offsets the slightly higher spend with Inspiration instead of Sanctuary of Thought. It is better, though. Like, before on Mjolnir, I would deliberately use an Indigon in the mid-50s, and with really high gear in the end game, like high 50s, like 56, 58, because that was the sweet spot for spend. But now, with Inspiration and like a 50 Indigon, you're still spending, I think, 7% more than like a 56. But then you get the passive recovery.
Where the fuck is it?
It's better to spend more and recover more in terms of just Indigon stacks. So that's still kind of better. But it's just a little bit more to be mindful of with how you're
This one. This is such a good item.
You could get yourself a situation where
True.
you just like bottom
For the
out,
poison builds are really good.
and then Cloak gets knocked off and you just can't leech.
Okay, is that it for the res I'm missing? I'm not gonna level to 98 to 90 maybe.
24,
Let's see.
That's fine.
Any more? I'm missing
if
cold
you're
res
really
here too.
min-maxed, you want to divine a little better than that.
No, I killed her there. 2. I checked 2s already. 3 underground.
I mean, it's probably like 600, right?
Underground. Hello.
If this character only has 16,000 mana,
Dead. Dead.
that's only 500 regen. But at 500 regen,
Act
it's
1.
decent.
Cold. Dead. Act 2.
That's decent.
Underground.
Like over a full cloak cycle.
Wait, no, not underground. No,
of
this is
like 8
above ground. I
seconds,
checked
that's
already,
4K
right?
mana back.
Deshar. Sisagarcon
Okay.
done. Then last one is Act 3. Again, same. Jacoi's
It's not
Machinarium
possible. Yeah.
is done. Okay.
It's just the
Done.
highest damage effect.
Now res is at...
And that's before it got buffed.
Huh?
Now it got
How's it
buffed,
less?
And it's just like even better.
What's wrong?
Cooldown buffs, they seem to be keep adding like new
Holy
mechanics
fuck,
to the
what
game
the
to handicap
hell?
res stacking. I think it's the right thing to do because
Okay,
a lot
I mean,
of,
I
like,
need to
I've seen a
put-
lot of complaints
that's
in
too
recent
little.
leagues of like all endgame builds being stackers. That is not representative of a problem with the game. It's just that any build, if you take it to high enough like min max,
It becomes a stacker?
Have to stack something.
Okay.
Just the way item 2 progression goes, you just get more and more stats with better gear. And there's check
Maybe.
marks you have to get of like, well, you need your res, you need this, you can add suppress as another layer.
Still
stuff like
sucks,
that, but,
though.
like, you will eventually get to a point where it's like, what do I do with these extra stats? And usually the answer is stack something. So I
That's
think
true.
they're just adding more things to stack. Instead of just attributes, now you can res stack. They'll probably have something for fire, cold, and lightning. RF, Alien Cultist, and Respecting Vortex.
How come I don't get nearly as many comments now?
I think Cold Dot Occultist will certainly be stronger.
Where are the
but
comments?
It's probably still like 2 power crept out even with the bumps.
Me no understandy.
When we break the game this time, I'm working on it.
Break the game. Why break the game? That evasion has made a huge difference. I don't feel like I'm getting hit anymore. Crazy.
Can't have like
Just that body armor alone, like I feel like, oh no, I lied very much.
Yeah, there will probably be a really OP rune and a really OP alt gem. Maybe several. That's something we can't really theory craft until Friday when we get the data mine. But you bet your ass I'm going to try to start early on Friday and just be all up in POE2 looking at the data mine runes and data mine the traffic gem. Just in case. You never know. You never know what we'll get last second.
Is this 72 deli? What the fuck is this? Holy 80 deli? I'm sorry, I didn't. I wonder why nothing's dying, but like it's surprising I made it this far. Holy shit. No joke, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just surprised. Yeah, it's 80 deli. I haven't died yet. That's evasion's too strong.
Okay. I'm gonna take off a couple really stupid items to get a more accurate DPS. I have some really dumb items in here. Alright, there's like the more accurate. I don't have a late helical, I just have a regular helical. Although to be fair, a 3-stat helical is not that bad. This is actually not that bad. It's 1 in 10. Honestly, for this budget, that's probably fair. 10 helicals for the Blood God. That's probably fair. So no mercenary and a 3-stat helical at 640. Change my build? Yes. There's no POE wording for lucky. You can't do it.
Fuck it. Holy shit, that just cleared that easily. So, I feel bad about being lazy about
strength,
one
you only use
divine.
strength to get crit.
One divine for this.
After you have
And
100
just
crit, it doesn't do anything, or strength doesn't
just
do
stop
anything
dying.
extra. It's a little
So
bit
note to
damage
self,
with, Iron Will, so
whenever
it's not
you
bad
hit
for that,
level 70,
but,
70, 65,
watch this, ready?
buy the armor. It's worth
Which
it.
node's better? 30
It would have
strength
saved so many deaths on. It's
2.6% damage.
my
that's
laziness is just why I don't buy it. That's all.
good. And
79
0.5
deli was just.
max hit. So this is gonna be
I
lower
didn't even
damage,
feel it.
2.4, but that's because I'm not 100 crit yet. If I
Crazy,
instead
man. I'm telling you,
took
it's
some
crazy.
strength nodes here,
That's how you end game scale, isn't
if I
it?
grabbed some strength and just got to 100%, then how much is this? Only 1.3%. So 0.5 tankiness, 1.3 damage if I'm crit capped. Whereas the int is still 2.4 damage. It's almost twice as good. And then it's
89
1.5%
coming up for sure. I hope.
So, left on this video, yeah. At least that's the intent. I need to make a little bit lower budget one of these, probably. I'm trying to think of a way I can get some points back. I mean, I could drop, like, I can always get more damage doing this. But that's not the correct thing to do. Chops and get rusty. If I don't use it for about 3 years, maybe. About how long it takes for like some newish. Okay, to be fair, like mechanical engineering does not change much in 3 years. Like, software side might change a lot in like 3 years, but my plan is to give it about a year. If it doesn't work out, we'll move on.
That's very brave of him, to be honest. To drop his regular job to do this.
Your damage with hits is lucky.
I mean, you can always find a job later. The world will need someone like him for sure. A
What?
mechanic.
I 1,000,000% tried that exact wording. I tried 50 combinations of this wording.
It's very brave.
I even copied it from the item. I even copy pasted it from.
Oh wait, +1 to the area? That's very rare.
Fuck it.
Like this should be is it a tower? Is it done?
I tried everything. I tried anything you suggest. I tried.
Oh, I
tried
can I get
light
the
damage,
boss
hit
map
damage,
here?
I tried everything. I tried the old supercharge wording.
Wait
I
a
tried allocating
second.
supercharge. Everything.
2 boss tablets, right? We'll do the trick.
And I can't.
If I land a boss map there, I get the last boss,
Well, okay. I guess that's nice.
right? I don't know. I fucking hate this kind of meta.
Wait, what?
Where's my boss tablets?
It should be 33%, right?
3.
838, 644. Right?
Irradiated.
It's like 32. Okay, 30, whatever.
I need 4, right? Four bosses,
okay,
4.
Really stupid ring.
4.
There's still 3 copies.
4. Let's just try it. Oh, Step can't have a boss. What am I doing?
I'm adding suppress. Fuck it.
Okay, let's fuck it then. Whatever.
Get that max hit high.
The last one. I'm not doing 90. 90 is too much. 89 and I stop. And I think about making a guide. I think it's fun enough. I think. Type into Mobalytics. I think. Import the skill tree.
This is a really
Good enough for
PG
now.
2-pointer maybe. Because the guard duration.
Even though nobody asked for it. I think it's pretty
I'm
fun.
gonna do a roll call. But I think this might be better. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to put Arcane Blessing in the POV. It's like, it's just not that good. This is like barely better. Exiles. Should I do my demo video like AFK in the middle of a bunch of Titanic Exiles? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna start the video and like go over the introduction and then just be AFK in the middle of as many Titanic Exiles as I can gather on the screen the whole time. Andros? Yeah, if I can find that.
Level up. Just level up. I can't see anything. Just level up, please. Level up. Level up. There it is. Come on. Oh, I'm almost dead. Level up, please. How much more? Come on. Level up. What kind of insanity is this?
Other skills, Incinerate's just the best for seeing the life point. It was already the best, and then it got buffed. Okay. I need
Surely.
to make a mid-budget POV.
There's some kind of bug with the EXP meter, I feel, sometimes.
Which means I need to modify this into...
Oh, there we go.
need to nerf
Yes,
this guy.
89. What a struggle, though.
We'll do the basic helical.
And I can die, really. Good timing.
I'm gonna keep the simplex.
Done.
I'll make it 1 to 2.
I'm done. That
We're
was
gonna go...
good run.
Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this.
Where's the last
It's
passive
just
go?
multi-mod recombinant. I'm gonna do like a 2 mirror. Delete that.
I don't know. What did I get for this? 80 energy shield?
That'll be on par with like
Blah.
my Felicia stuff set up.
This one.
Hovering items, don't worry about it. Those aren't final anyways. Do your worst. I'll do a regular mage blood. Yeah, 2 mirrors way more reasonable. You get
Hi,
regular
Deathbox.
mage
Actually, the build is the way I deal with bosses now is I just don't fight them. I haven't figured it out. And were you the guy who wrote to me about the ice storm proccing comet? Cause I didn't get that to work very well. I felt like the damage was I've seen cast on crits going insane on bosses, but I couldn't get it to work. So I gave up. Yeah. If you're still there. I don't know if you're the last guy here, but I'll type it in. Okay. That's it for now. And later.